Lots of happening in sport, and Tahir Bhai is with us today. How are you, Tahir Bhai?
May good, Aqib. Thank you. What about you?
Tahir Bhai, today we are starting with the news from esports that multiple time Tekken champion Arslan, as you must have heard his name many times on social media, was dominating the esports. He's basically disappointed with the game of Tekken currently. He says that usually he tends to overcome obstacle, but he feels that the game quality and the technical aspects has regressed a bit. So how do you see this statement from Arslan Tahir Bhai? You have also played Tekken in your child.
Aqib, Tekken is a game very unique in its nature. And in Pakistan, this unfortunately, there are not many players who are aware of this game. But I salute to Arslan that he is performing not only well, but also asking the high ups to have a look at this game. Until unless you won't change your loyalties from cricket and other superior games, the Tekken and throwing arm game and javelin throw and sort of other games which are underprivileged won't be improved. So I think sports body, sports federation and other higher should give attention to demands of Arsalan for the improvisation in the game of Tekken. So Tekken is an emerging game. It can be not emerging. It can be emerging game. In which case, it will promote this game. Right? It will have a number of players in our country. So therefore, sports board should work along with Arsalan to listen about his grievances.
He said that systematic changes are required.
Yeah, that was the point which I was looking to raise. That's why I asked the sports body to work with Arsalan, which whatever the techniques or systematic changes are required, just hold on and work on it. If those are genuine systematical changes, then I think sports board should work upon it, because it's the question of betterment of our sport in our country. I think sports board will be generous enough to coordinate with Arsalan.
Tahir Bhai, this is a scary statement that he said that he's come in a state where he comes more dejected the more he plays this game, and he's a world champion and is currently going to participate in Tekken tournament. So this is not a good body language that he's getting bored from the game.
Okay, look, I was reading.
The developers need to work.
On the other hand, I was just reading the news of Arshad Nadeem that he was the international award winner, but still he is struggling for his prize money. But that was a bit separate issue. But on the other hand,
we will talk a little later.
Arslan is also a world award winner, but not sure what's gone wrong. What's gone wrong with our sports body? Why they are neglecting the players like this, who are still deserving and working great jobs despite the fact of having very little resources.
Esports is a proper business. People don't consider this game.
Yeah.
Level 40 seriously.
The question is when we will consider this sport. The reason is when we will focus on the other sports other than cricket as well. Then the other sports like Tekken and javelin throw and long throw and other sports will be promoted in our country. So I think that's the best time. If talent is emerging, sports board should open his eyes and have them give big hand to handle them.
Don't you think we take esports for a joke? Like if you have brothers playing games all day, we don't take them seriously and don't encourage them to pursue this. Even though this have proper tournaments, it's a proper sports.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Aqib, this sort of e-games are not considered good in our country. Even I was discussing in the last video that snooker is not considered as the game of elites in our country, a game of a good profession in our country, right?
Families don't encourage.
Families won't. Even my elder brother was very good in player. He could be played at a national level, but due to the lack of support from my country, my father, my grandfather, he wasn't able to pursue his career. I think families and sports bodies and our government should start awareness campaign about such games as well. So the families should give proper support to their kids.
Tahir Bhai, you were talking about Arshad Nadeem. How do you see this news that he's saying that he's still yet to receive the prize money which he was supposed to get from the sponsors and everyone?
To be honest,
people were constantly telling that we will give him car, we will give him hotel, we will give him this, that.
To be honest, Arshad Nadeem is not the only player who is just struggling to receive his money, right? In history is full. There are lots of players. Even we were talking about the Ashibet, who was the name of the player? We were also talking about the other many players who are struggling to get their prize money. Arshad Nadeem is not the only one, right?
Haider Ali
is a good example, yes.
Sohail Abbas.
Sohail Abbas, who just quit the our country for his better future. So the thing is, if sports body or any personality announce the prize money,
They should give it to him.
they should give them without wasting any second. I think they should transfer the money in their account prior to announcing it on media. It's a digital door. On one click, you can send money. Then what's wrong? We are not living in the ancient time when there was an issue in sending the money. So that's the issue is we have not prioritized our national players. Until unless we will not prioritize our national players, we will not give them equal prize on demand or on sport, then the betterment sport can't become in our country.
Everybody was seeing the news about Eric Ten Hag, Manchester United manager who was resigned and removed from his position. How do you see that England people are pretty accountable with their jobs, that if you're not performing, they kick you out immediately? And here in subcontinent, we start screaming if a coach is removed and so on.
I think that's the level of spirit and ethics. If you are not right person for right job, you quit automatically. And Asian and subcontinent players should also learn from this technique and this ethic mania, from this gentleman who just resigned because his team was not performing well under his
Manchester United
supervision,
is a very
under his
big
coach.
football club.
Yeah, Manchester United. I am saying that I am just supporting that team since my childhood. We used
When
to
David
play-
Beckham played.
yeah, we used to wake up early in the morning just to saw the matches of Manchester United in the early morning because there is a time lag between England and Pakistani time, right? So I think the Asian countries should also learn about the way of working like England are doing. If they are not performing well, they just render immediately.
Taiba, lastly, before we close, Kevin Peterson has criticized Gary Kirsten's resign from PCB, and he said that how can Pakistan cricket lose Gary Kirsten with his resume in coaching? One step forward last 2 weeks and 2 steps back today. Stop doing it, and there's a lot of talent to keep doing this stuff. How do you see? Because Gary Kirsten is a World Cup winning coach. He won World Cup with India. He's a big name.
I think Aqib, these sort of reactions are not extraordinary for me. I think these were expected because
What's wrong with PCB Taiba? And he accepted his resignation.
until unless you won't respect the talent and your gas, your team won't perform well. And it was not the right time to resign by the Christian. Like on the other hand, team is
And
winning.
PCB should have stopped him.
When team is winning and immediately coach is resigning. How funny it is. A coach should resign when the team is not performing well. But there is very fishy in the
Taiba,
system.
why didn't the board stop him? Why did they accept like this?
I think Aqib, that's also a very sorry state of affair. Both should have table talk with him, try to normalize him.
Listen to suggestions.
Yeah, listen his suggestion and normalize him. But unfortunately, Aqib, we didn't care about the talent and or the national, international celebrities who just came to bring our team online.
Taiba, this is why Wasim Akram don't want to come in.
Yeah,
He mentioned
that's
his
the
name
reason.
in the morning.
That's why he just given the sweet reply. I am busy with my commitment in Australia. I cannot come from Australia to Pakistan on a regular
Even though
basis.
CEO is a very luxurious
Very
position.
luxurious position, but he just rendered that position. That's why I also advise Aqib Javed, please don't accept the position.
Don't
of
run
head
in
coach.
air.
Don't
You will
run,
fall down.
Don't try to go above the sky. Don't accept the head coach position. It's a very tricky position. Might be he will regret in future.
Well, Taiba, thank you so much for your time, and we'll try again to have you in another video tomorrow. So, yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Like, share, and subscribe to Sports here for more content of this content. It is goodbye from me and Taiba side. Be good to yourself, and Allah Hafiz.